Hello my friends. Today I'll talk about a few things that's just common sense, but a few people don't get it. I don't like to come forward as somebody that knows it all, because I do not know everything. Of course not. I do mistakes, but I do less mistakes now than what I used to do when I was younger and a beginner lifter. And what's important is that you have patience. If you're not patient, what will happen? You will get injuries and you will stagnate, because you live with too much intensity too often. It's not a good thing. And also, when you follow a program, to judge if it is working or not, you have to follow it to the letter. And that means researching before you start the program. Ask experienced lifters what they recommend regarding the program. Check out web forums, search on Google, find information. And when you have enough information, you follow the program to the letter. And do not max in the middle of the program. I've done it, and I've done a lot of wrong things when I've been running programs previously, and maybe I'm going to do it in the future too. But if you are doing a program that lasts for 3 or 4 weeks, and you're supposed to rest for 3, 5, 7 days after the program before you test a new PR, then take the rest. And don't expect gains to come rapidly. Getting strong is a long journey. It can take many years, as long as maybe 20 or 25 years for a natural lifter. So be patient and listen to lifters that have achieved what you want to achieve and that are more experienced than what you are. And just because you experience something in a short term, it doesn't mean this is the universal law, or that this is a magic pill. Small is just another protocol, it's just another training program. There's nothing magic about Small, and that gives you the progress on doing Small, either the whole program or just the base mesocycle is probably the volume. You lift a lot more than you would do if you didn't do Small. And for lifters that are starting out, it's essential to get in a volume training. If you don't, you will never get down the technique, and you won't build the foundation to build more strength later on. So your focus should be on technique and gradually increasing your strength. Wanting to rush strength gains will always end in tears, and it's not fun. If you go to reactivetrainingsystems.com, you can see what Mike Tuchscherer, what he says about Bulgarian training and the system that John Bros is putting Pat Mendes through. And there's a lot of discussions on a lot of different websites, so go and read the information, learn, and everything you do in the gym is an experience. Even if you do a training program and you have 0 progress, you have learned something from it. For instance, once I did 3 Small Junior cycles for the bench press back to back. And what happened? In week 5, my strength stalled, and after 9 weeks, I did not increase anything in the bench press. And of course, that was disappointing, and it wasn't fun, but I learned something, and I learned it the hard way. I learned that if you work with too much intensity in the bench press too frequently over too long time, you will stall, and you might regress even. So You gotta use your head, and you gotta be patient. This is a lifestyle, it's not a race. What others lift compared to you doesn't matter, so it's your journey, so make the best of it, educate yourself, and train smart, not only hard. Okay, bye.